It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Knicks in New York. Checking out New York, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. With the new year getting ramped up, teams just getting into the swing of things. Kenny, some major storylines already brewing. What are you seeing out there?
Well, the rosters aren't coming together yet, and it's still early. It's still tough to figure it out. But then there's a lot of teams that's just off the radar right now, but they've been impressive. So I think that it's too early to tell. Too early to tell.
Give me an answer.
I can't give you these ELNs, these early numbers yet. It's too early.
Well, I see emerging young guns. I see a couple veterans now hitting the wall, physically getting up there in age. But I got to agree with Kenny, Ernie. It's too early to tell.
Jeez, I'm sorry I asked. Time to tip it off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
That's too early.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Live from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
The visiting team, it's allowed
Getting some early returns on the season, Brent, for top teams that are already looking great. How early is too early to start thinking about things like home court advantage?
Well, it's kind of like Christmas, Kevin. It's never too early to start thinking about the home court advantage. A lot of veteran teams will tell you that they're not concerned about whether their game will travel come playoff time. But home court advantage is something that they would all like to have. Trust me.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Pistons, Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. Moore and Drummond together down low. And it's Harris at the three spot. Pass to Drummond. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Drummond's got his first bucket of the night. Outside, Porzingis. Anthony kicks to Porzingis. And that's going to be too many steps. That's the whistle on the travel. Knicks on defense. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
and two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for free.
You're right. Hardaway kicks to Anthony. Now the pass to Hernan Gomez. Stolen by Jackson. And oh, here we go. Here is nobody back. And slammed up by Harris.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
Pass to Anthony. Over Harris. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got his first 2 points.
Carmelo Anthony operating in the mid-range is just danger zone. You got to put your defense at DEFCON 1.
Here's Drummond. And that one is off. And New York the other way now. Here's Ntilikina. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Porzingis can't hit.
And really, despite that miss, they had a solid start offensively.
And Drummond is in.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this lane.
Rejected by Harris. The 3 from Bradley. Kept alive. Harris passes to Lewis. Out to Harris. Passes to Jackson. Here's Lure. On the way, Harris. Trying his luck deep. Hits it from 3-point range. Harris has got 5 points so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And this is Owens line 6. And it's his first foul of the game. And so it's New York with it. 6-point game. Pass to Hernangomez. Porzingis with the ball. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, I like Porzingis there. Could not have taken it by himself, but still has a hand in the hoop.
Now let's find out what head coach Jeff Hornacek had to say to David Aldridge. DA.
Well, Kevin, the crucial aspect in his mind is making things tough for them inside. He said they're a physical team, and they bring a lot of intensity. If we don't respond when they push us, we'll just get bullied all game. We're going to get down in the paint tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And one issue that has come up for the Knicks in their quest for success, Brett, is their lack of continuity.
Maybe one problem, Kevin, is that the New York Knicks organization feels just a bit too cliquey between ownership and then management, the coaching staff, and that there just hasn't been the kind of connectivity that you need in order to make things grow organically. It's been very forced in New York City, and until they find that right combination, the struggles can continue.
Barry's the long-range jumper. Hardaway's got his first 3 points of the game.
I tell you, Ntilikina has his head on a swivel, always looking to find the open teammate.
Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Outside Anthony, out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Second, Andre Drummond.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
It's stolen by Hernangomez. Outside Hardaway. And there for the Knicks with another bucket.
Tiny passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Out to the wing. Drummond in the post. Hernangomez covering. And that one's good. Drummond.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
The pass to Porzingis. There's a screen. He dishes it to Carmelo. Corner shot. Rebounded by the Pistons. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that's
Sometimes when you're pushing the action, you can see some great teamwork, and then all of a sudden the individuals on your team can take over. All of that here tonight.
And here we go, the Pistons fast break. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist from Tobias Harris.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here So many great point guards in the league right now, guys, who can do much more than just facilitate. Brent, how has that position in your mind evolved over the years?
I think watching these point guards play, Kevin, and their ability to score the basketball has been remarkable. There have been guys throughout the history of the league that have been tremendous scorers at the point guard position, but now with the emphasis on three-point shooting and less about point guard's traditional role of setting up the rest of the team, that's why you're seeing such dynamic play from that position.
Tolliver, no look.
Credit the defense wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Sessions, no good. Pistons leading by 7. Johnson, that's for 2. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Knicks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. The shot by Anthony, no good.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. You're not going to miss those all that often.
Mariano's down low. Looking on Noah. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Knicks trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They get a hand on it. Outside Anthony. Now with a screen on Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Here's O'Quinn. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
It's rebounded by Noah. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And O'Quinn smashes it in.
Good job by O'Quinn. And he knows how wide he is and how big he is. Just force defense to value.
Watch Kyle O'Quinn play, and you see a player who's a solid option off the bench.
Well, at a Norfolk State, Kyle O'Quinn has the kind of size that you would want for that position. I'm not sure necessarily about a skill set as a stretch 4 out there, but he brings great energy, a nose for rebounding, and comes in and gives you consistent effort.
Pistons leading by 4. Now, here is Smith. He had 10 points in the win against the Wizards in Washington.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
And Sessions kicks to Anthony. Over Johnson. Anthony's shot is off.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Smith had some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Pistons lead by 6. And Sessions kicks to Anthony. Pulls up on the wing. Good work there as it goes. Anthony's got 6.
Yeah, sure, the defense did well, but Melo, he just done better.
Smith dishes to Tolliver. Out to the right wing. Here's Kennard. Covered by Lee. Smith outside. Pistons dancing around. Here's Marjanovic, and he makes good on the layup.
And they've repeatedly pushed it inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Sessions kicks it to Noah. The feed to Lee from 11 feet away.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
To the left wing. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Kennard. Covered by Noah. Kennard shot is off. Knicks trail by 4. Outside Anthony. Rebound by Johnson.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
Smith, no good. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. Connects from 3-point range. There's 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. This is it to Kennard. Down low. Tolliver with the bucket.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he let his teammate on that possession.
Here's Sessions. They get it back.
Yeah, better grab your hard hat on the night where you're dealing with Joakim Noah, especially on the rebounding end of the floor.
Andre Drummond has been on display for Detroit. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way.
Well, Pistons leading. We've got Ramon Sessions. Noah is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. That's Lee. And it's Kuzminskas in at the 3. They're the group New York will start the second with. New York shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Sessions with it. Kuzminskas kicks it to Noah. Noah's screen. Kuzminskas in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Now Smith out to the right wing. Here's Kennard. Plays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 5-point Piston lead.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Here's Kuzminskas. Offline with his 3. And, well, Detroit shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Feeds to Sessions. And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. You've heard the rumors, Brett, that the death of the big man, but with guys like Towns and Porzingis and others entering the league that can play on the perimeter and still have that length to make a difference inside, could we see a big man renaissance, or at least maybe see him have more of an impact than people are giving him credit for right now?
Well, I think what we're seeing is the evolution of the 5 spot, Kevin. So it's not that the big man is lost, it's that the big man's doing a lot of the things that the little man used to be asked to do. And that is shooting threes, handle the ball, make some decisions at the top of the key, be a playmaker. It's fascinating to watch guys with this sort of size and this sort of skill, and also being this young, having such a tremendous impact for the organizations they're playing for.
The Knicks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in, and Detroit with a change here too. Bradley's checked in, so he comes up empty, missing both. Pistons leading by 5. Smith for 3. That one no good. Sessions got room and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking, and you got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Kuzminskas kicks to Hardaway. Back to Sessions. New York, no good that time either.
And they're controlling the boards here, and that's +5 in that category.
A 3 from Bradley. That shot misses. So New York will take it the other way. Yeah, it's off to Boston for after this game as they take on the Celtics. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. On the wing, Johnson. 3-pointer. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Hardaway, no good.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, the game short.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And Sessions kicks to Hardaway. He feeds it to O'Quinn. Lee passes to O'Quinn. Back to Lee. Dishes it to Sessions. Just 5 on the clock. Picked by O'Quinn. Not loose. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And Jeff Drew is providing all the playmaking here tonight. Let's look at the breakdown between the front and backcourt for the New York.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
Here's Sessions.
But his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast. I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
Knicks trail by 6. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Kuzminskis. O'Quinn dishes to Hardaway. Pocket 6. Here's Sessions. That doesn't go in either for Sessions.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
And I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Here's Tolliver. Good D by Hardaway. New York's gone 1-6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they continue to let him fly.
And his shot doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
So it's the Knicks now. They trail by 9 points. They've been looking at a similar offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Picked by O'Quinn. It's a nice mixing by New York here. Holloway kicks to Kuzminskis. He's up the pick. New York needs to get off the shot. And that one's good. Sessions.
Very interesting hire for the New York Knicks as they went outside the triangle to find Jeff Hornacek, who had coached in Phoenix for a couple of years. He's the kind of coach trying to feel it out as the roster has changed over. They've dealt with some injuries. We'll see if he finally finds some footing here in the Big Apple.
And some players thrive on that style Hornacek is. Others get bothered by it because it causes problems.
Well, he'll discuss things with you and try to smooth things over, and maybe players just aren't used to a coach being that open and honest. And in the heat of battle, sometimes egos can be very fragile. You're also in a very big city where the attention can grow stronger and stronger. So a lot to deal with behind the coaching of Jeff Hornacek.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down.
Knocked away. And now it's Bradley running. He can go all the way. And that one is good. Bradley's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons. New York with the ball. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's the dish to lead. Here's Ntilikina. He's at the pick. The wide open look here for Porzingis. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And it's 7 points for Porzingis. Kicks to Drummond. Over Hernan Gomez. And so he draws the foul on the shot clock. Trip to the line to shoot 2. You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Well, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spinning move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block through a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
Anthony's checked in for Courtney Lee. Second free throw, no good.
I don't know if any big man has the combination of strength, speed, and hops that Drummond has, not to mention his length and an unreal physical specimen. Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Jackson passes to Drummond. Drummond with the jam.
You can see Drummond's eyes light up Once he knew that finish was coming, he didn't waste the chance. Boy, did he get his money's worth on that one.
Outside Anthony. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Harris drives in. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
From beyond the arc, the shot, no good. Anthony with the defensive effort. Pass to Elias. Back to Porzingis, and stolen by Drummond. And here is Lure. A 14-point game for him in the win against Washington. And that one's good. Drummond.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Time ball here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Detroit making a switch here. Kennard checked in.
Looking now at some numbers for Hardaway, how he performed last season. Last year averaged 14 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
And that one's good. Drummond.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Over in the corner, Porzingis. Anthony nowhere around. And it's Anthony again missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
In the corner, it's Harris. Fires for 3. From beyond the arc. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Andre Drummond. Great showing for him last season. 2nd in rebounding, 16th in shooting percentage. And he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. He kicks to Lure. Porzingis with the steal. Now here's Hardaway. Guarded closely. And John Moore gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. .103 left here in the second. Here's Ntilikina. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet for him.
Wow, he watched the defender and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
Knicks trail by 13. Outside Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. New York moving the ball around. Ntilikina can't hit.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Offensive rebound. Moves back up. Lure can't hit. The Knicks shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Jackson. And there's the pass to Noah. Outside Hardaway. With 1 on the clock. And so is Detroit, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. It's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
Hey
Show.
everybody, Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
You working out?
Andre Drummond had an outstanding game. He had 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 steal. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
Boom, 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 boom. Drumming, up to something. The big fella earning his keep in the middle, dominating like the young Shaq Diesel himself. Well, almost.
And over to Kenny, what'd you think about New York?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you can scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is.
Welcome back to New York City. Some street art on the wall of the Canal Street subway station in Soho, south of Houston, just down the way from us. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a technical. Detroit leading by 13, and Detroit looking at who they've got. Lure and Drummond together down low. Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt, and it's Harrison at the small forward position. The net shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. They set the pick. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Porzingis against Lure. And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it.
Always am amazed at the consistency of what Carmelo Anthony and his ability to score the basketball has done. Averaged 20 points per game, even as a rookie, and no matter the situation, he definitely can carry a team with his scoring.
For 3, Harris. Harris missing again. Knicks trail line 16, and there's a Cohen's line 6. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Ntilikina. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He dishes it to Hardaway. For 3, it's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Anthony against Harris. Drummond dishes to Bradley. Good team by Hardaway.
They've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Our offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
And in the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul. Hardaway for 3. That doesn't go either for Hardaway. Pistons lead by 16. The feed to Drummond. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And that's now 18 points for Andre Drummond.
He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody.
The shot by Anthony, no good.
They look frustrated, 0 for 3. Not how you want to start the third quarter.
And Bradley gets it to go.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Anthony on target from 13 feet. Anthony's got 10 points in the game.
Well, Melo is not shying away from the offense. Imagine that. Never saw a shot he didn't at least want to take.
Jackson kicks to Bradley. Down low. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here's Ntilikina. Guarded by Jackson. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
Yeah, I love seeing him shoot from that spot. Ntilikina has shown he has a consistent mid-range jump shot if he can just create space.
For 3, Harris. The shot, no good. And New York will come the other way. Baseline jumper. That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Knicks making a switch here. Then for the Pistons, Marjanovic comes in for Lure. And Smith stuck in for Reggie Jackson. And clearly Jeff Hornacek wants to talk it over.
Here's a little research I did, Kevin, on one Willie Hernan Gomez. He played for Real Madrid And one of the better post prospects in the Spanish League. You get a chance to watch his footwork down low. You can learn a few new dance moves.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Sessions comes in for Ntilikina. Check by O'Quinn. Here's Lee. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. An interesting note to Hernan Gomez. He actually was a teammate of Porzingis back in Europe. Played a part why he wanted to come over to the States.
Well, I feel like it was a good time for him to finally make the jump, Kevin, across the pond and get over to the NBA. Porzingis is vouching for him, and your organization is relying on Porzingis. You'd want to bring in guys that he wants to play with, and Hernan Gomez and his skill set might match up quite well with what KP brings to the table.
Kuzminskis, he's checked in for the Knicks. And the second free throw, good.
Courtney Lee, the journeyman, continues to excel no matter where it is that he unpacks his bags.
In the corner, Bradley with it. Shots under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Lee passes to Sessions. Sessions sets the pick for Anthony. Shot clock at 6. And Courtney Lee hits from deep. Lee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Lee has shot in the high 30s in terms of his percentage throughout his career from deep. He's left uncovered. He can knock it down.
On the wing, Johnson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And he gets the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 17.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And O'Quinn kicks to Anthony. Pick by O'Quinn. Here's Kuzminskis. No good on the 3. Detroit leading by 17. Here's Tolliver, and he gets it to go. Tolliver's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Sessions with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Anthony with the pass to Kuzminskis. And the ball goes under bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnover.
And even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
And the Knicks making a change here. Ntilikina's checked in. Shot from the inbound. The shot's good from O'Quinn. O'Quinn's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he can score on the inside. He's just so big that there's plenty of room for him to carve out.
Passes it to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Lee kicks to O'Quinn. New York moving the ball around. Back to Kuzminskis. The three-pointer no good. Detroit leading by 19 points. Here's Bradley. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Here's Kuzminskis. Back by O'Quinn. He is hauled in by Tolliver.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish. Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Time ball here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's not for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
Rookie Noah, he's checked in for the Knicks. And Detroit with the change here, too. Kennard's checked in. Lee dishes to O'Quinn. Noah kicks to Lee. Feeds to Noah. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Noah. To the wing right side. That shot a little beyond his normal range. Kuzminskis has got 6. Pistons leading by 20. Now here is Smith. 5 points in the game. Here's Bogdanovich. He doesn't hit that one. Great defense that time from Noah. Here's Ntilikina. He feeds it to Noah. Pass to Ntilikina. Noah the screen. The pass to Kuzminskis. Here's Ntilikina. Covered by Smith. Drills it from outside. Lee's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Smith. He's guarded closely. But Brady. The offensive rebound out to the right wing. Over to the left wing. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Drummond.
Well, when you have a whole team that is locked in, this is what your shot chart looks like. They are moving the ball well and taking shots with confidence. When this team comes out and is knocking it down from all over like they are right now, they are one of the toughest in the league to beat.
Here's Kennard. Marjanovic down low, covered by Noah. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Kuzminskis. Off target with his 3. Pistons leading by 19 points. Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Over to the wing. Here's Kennard. Johnson right side. Here's Marjanovic. It's good again and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far. 1:11 left here in the third quarter. Dishes to Noah. Out to the wing. Pass to Kuzminskis. Here's Ntilikina. Noah the screen. There's Lee with the 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Johnson penetrating. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Noah's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Lee passes to Kuzminskis. And it goes down 2 points. Kuzminskis has got 8 points.
Solid distribution from Lee, reading the court well and getting the pass over.
Passes it to Kennard. Right wing. Here's Marjanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Marjanovic has got 10 points here in the second half.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Ntilikina, covered by Smith. And good. Back to friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Ntilikina's got 4 points this quarter.
And you can see he's been working on that post game. Ntilikina showing some skill set down on that low block, using that lift to his advantage.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pistons lead by 19. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never... Knicks trail by 19. Porzingis and Rudy Gomez are together down low. Ntilikina out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Lee in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Jackson. Shot clock at 3. That's to Porzingis. It's hauled in by Harris.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Lure inside. He's against Porzingis, and Lure gets it to go. New York shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Ernie Gomez kicks the lead. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Jackson. The pass to Porzingis. Over Lure. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. Pistons leading by 21. To the middle. Lure with it. Now Drummond. And here's Lure. Jackson from long range drills the three-pointer. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Yeah, this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Bradley's checked in for the Pistons. Smith comes in for Reggie Jackson. Anthony's checked in for the Knicks. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Anthony kicks to Porzingis. New York moving it around. Screen by Porzingis. Here's Ntilikina. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And for the Pistons, they're shooting at 50% in a decent group. Bradley can't get it to go.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together. Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
It's stolen by Ernie Gomez. And here they come. From 11 feet away. Good.
Great execution. Could not have asked for a better shot.
Pistons leading by 20. On the way, Harris. He tries for three. The next pull in. And Gomez has got his fifth rebound right now in the game. Anthony with the bucket.
Anthony's still running the floor well, even at this stage in his career. Gets out and coasts right past the D.
Left side, Bradley. There's the dish to Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
He's just so efficient, getting his points within the flow of the offense. Great recipe for success.
Anthony left side. Kicks it to Hardaway. The 11-footer, that's good on the jump shot. 9 points for Porzingis.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
To the paint, out to Harris. Drummond in the post. Ernie Gomez covering. And yes, it's good. 22 points for Andre Drummond. Knicks trail by 20. Outside Anthony. Poked away. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Harris with the ball. The shot from the low post is good. New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Ntilikina. Porzingis to 2. And again, it's New York.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pistons leading by 20. Now the feed to Drummond. Porzingis against Lure. Smith for 3. Ernie Gomez grabs the miss. Ernie Gomez has got 6 rebounds in the game.
It's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
And Bradley gets it to go.
A quick hands on display from Ish Smith there. His team gets that steal and gets down the court for an easy 2.
On here now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Jackson. What's the status, Dave?
Hi guys, the head athletic trainer for Detroit gave us a status update. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. They're going to keep him off the court for the time being, and they're not ruling out the possibility that he'll have to miss a few more games. Kevin, not what they needed at this time of the season.
Appreciate that, DA. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
And sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
And Anthony gets it to go.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
To the paint. Here's Drummond. That shot off. So New York will take it the other way. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Smith. Porzingis passes to Carmelo. Back to Porzingis. Here's Ntilikina. The putback. He hangs in there and catches it on the second chance points.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts on the offensive glass.
The three from Bradley connects from three-point range. Bradley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
It's stolen by Smith. Up the floor. And Lure gets it to go.
I'm watching Ish Smith watch his teammates. Great swing to the wide open man for the uncontested shot.
And it's Anthony, top of the key. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Harris. Pistons leading by 23. And Lure kicks to Bradley. Pistons passing it around. Smith dishes to Lure. It's Bradley on the wing. Shoots the three. Good D by Hardaway. For New York, that had gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7-14. Here's Porzingis, and a dunk by Porzingis.
Always nice to see Porzingis take some strides and get to that kind of glide.
Feeds to Drummond. Smith outside. Brennan's amazing how the three-point shot has evolved and how much it's being used. And some teams now almost entirely perimeter-based. That three-point shot is the first thing out of their mouth. Can you see a team winning a championship that way?
I saw teams win championships. That's the Warriors and the Cavs. If you look at what they did from the three-point line and the type of damage they did, Kevin, that absolutely was a huge reason why they were championship contenders. You could even look at teams that are qualifying for the playoffs as usually 6 or 7 teams that are in each conference. Of those 8, Kevin, are proficient three-point shooting teams.
Here's Ntilikina. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Harris.
And the potential that Ntilikina has is really cause to be exciting. A lengthy point guard who can run the offense well, and if he bulks up, look out for this guy.
And that one falls for Ntilikina.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Kuzminskis comes in for Porzingis. Lee's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Sessions subbed in for Hardaway.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Andre Drummond.
Well, the consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Here's Lure. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and Sessions kicks it to Noah. Lee outside. Here's Sessions. Hit it from 12. Smith outside. He kicks to Lure. Great defense that time from Noah. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure did. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long and good night, everyone.